Brett O'Reilly, World Bowls President. You're currently on your first official tour of duty. How is it going so far?
Look, it's a dynamic bowls world that we live in at the moment, and there are a whole heap of opportunities. Over the last few weeks, I've been in India. I've had the opportunity of being in China. Now I'm in the UK, in England, and now Scotland. And it's really been fantastic. Great to catch up with so many different stakeholders in our sport, and quite frankly, great to see so many opportunities. It really is a very exciting time.
What are the priorities that are coming out of these meetings?
Well, we have a strategic priority around emphasising the role that bowls plays in active ageing. And it doesn't matter which country you're in. Everywhere around the world, people are trying to get young people to be fitter. They're trying to get old people to be more active, and that's around both physical and mental health. So we've had a lot of discussions in all of those countries about the role that bowls can play, and the role that bowls can play both in the traditional sense in terms of bowls played at indoor and outdoor bowling clubs, but also making our game more accessible through things like short mat, portable rinks, where we can actually bring our game to the people rather than the people having to come to us. And so that's a big opportunity for us. And of course, globally, there's a lot of funding around public health. And so this can be a way we can also bring more government funding into our game, not just through the traditional sports channels, but also through the health system and health funding.
And what will be in the pipeline now immediately following these talks?
Well, we're looking at fresh events in these countries, World Bowl Series events where we can be showcasing our game. We're looking at getting short mats and development kits out to a whole range of countries. And so we can be setting up bowls in corporate environments, we can be setting up bowls in social environments, and we can be setting up bowls in environments where there are people who want to be, playing a healthy sport. So initiatives in India, China, and in the United Kingdom around that. Also been talking to a lot of our development countries. It's always an exciting time when you come to a World Bowls event and you bring all the countries together. And so big opportunities in the African continent, and talking to countries like Namibia and Botswana and about their next plans for expansion. Talking to new countries like Ghana and how we bring them on board and look at how we develop a program for them. And that's really exciting because Ghana unlocks West Africa, and that they could add a whole lot of countries for us. So expect to see some initiatives around that. In order to scale a game globally, we also need to think about how we scale learning and training for people in bowls, whether that's as a player, a coach, an administrator, or a technical official. That's going to be really important, so we upskill everybody, and you'll hear some announcements around that in the coming weeks. We've also been meeting with a lot of our new World Bowls subcommittee members. So one of my priorities when I became president was to put together a structure that could help grow the game, bringing together expertise from around the world. And so it's been good catching up with those people as well.
The World Bowl Series ranking list was launched last June. Been a successful first year?
Absolutely. I think it's created a lot of interest, and that's what we hope to do. And in this second year, I'm pleased that we're going to be having our World Bowl Series final event. We're just in the process of completing negotiations with the club that will be hosting that, and I think that will be an incredible showcase for our sport. We've got a number of really innovative ideas that we're going to bring to that event. I'm not going to give them away now, but just to say there'll be some things that people haven't seen in bowls before that will be at that event, while emphasising the fact that it is, will be our top 12 women World Bowl Series ranked players and our top 12 men, and just having a field of that quality together in December of this year is something I'm really looking forward to. And we're hoping for that to be broadcast around the world, both streaming but also interest from television channels. So I think that's exciting, and that comes immediately after our first World Cup, which will be in Hong Kong, and again, teams from our top countries, based on their performances at the last World Championships, and that's able-bodied and para players playing together for the nation. That's always an exciting thing.
And whilst you've been in Scotland, you've been to Glasgow ahead of the 2026 Commonwealth Games?
Yeah, we've been and seen the Scottish Events Centre and the hall that we'll be playing bowls in, and now getting down to the real detail around how that's going to look. Where we are looking at both how we stage the games, but also how we broadcast the games, and also discussing with Glasgow 2026 what we do for precursor events. We're conscious it's a brand new surface, and we want to give the players an opportunity to practice on that surface, hopefully through some tournament play in the lead up to that event. And of course, also in 2027, we're looking out towards the World Bowls Championships. We've been having some discussions with England about that, which have been very encouraging. And it would be great to be able to bring the World Championships to Leamington Spa, but more about that in the future. So, action-packed international calendar for the rest of this year and beyond, and a few other new events and new parties interested in being part of the World Bowl Series.
Thank you very much.